Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I have come up with another very interesting topic, which is microbiology. Micro means, as the name itself indicates, it is very small, and biology means study of living organisms. So here I am going to give you a brief introduction about microbiology. With more people eating away from home, outbreaks of foodborne diseases are now becoming very frequent. To understand chain of events which precedes an outbreak of disease caused by contaminated food, it is necessary to know something about the organisms responsible. These organisms are too small to be seen with the unaided eye and can be seen only under a microscope. That is why they are called microorganisms or microbes, and their study is called microbiology. A compound microscope magnifies microbe up to 1500 times and an electron microscope up to 5 lakh times. Some microbes are useful to us and some are harmful, causing food spoilage and diseases. Common foodborne microorganisms. There are 5 groups of microorganisms of importance in food microbiology. They are: first one viruses, second bacteria, third fungi, fourth algae, and fifth protozoa. So today I am going to introduce you to all the 5 foodborne microorganisms. First one is viruses. Viruses are strictly parasitic and cannot be cultivated outside the living host cell. They feed on living cells of plants and animals and are pathogenic. They are very minute in size and can only be observed under an electron microscope. Some viruses are harmful to food industry. They attack the bacteria used as a starter in the manufacture of cheese and yogurt. The bacteria are then incapable of fermenting lactose to lactic acid, and this affects the overall quality of the product. There are another group of viruses which are useful to humans. Those can produce antigens which are used as vaccines to protect humans and animals against serious and crippling diseases like poliomyelitis. Second group of foodborne microorganism is bacteria. Bacteria are found in everywhere, in and on soil, water, air, plants, animals, humans, and their food. Bacteria are both useful and harmful to humans. They are capable of fermenting sugar to lactic acid. This makes them important in the manufacture of dairy products like curd, yogurt, buttermilk, cheese, and fermented vegetables. Products like sauerkraut and dill pickles. Some bacteria can oxidize ethyl alcohol to acetic acid and are necessary for the manufacture of vinegar. They live in idli, dosa, dhokla batters. They help in fermenting and curing coffee and cocoa beans and in the production of enzymes, acids, and other substances like glutamate and certain stabilizers added to food. Many bacteria are pathogenic to humans and animals. Most food infections and food poisonings are of bacterial origin. They are also responsible for food spoilage. Canned foods, fruit juices, and alcoholic beverages are spoiled by acid producing bacteria. They spoil beverages and milk by forming grope or slime in them. They may cause surface discoloration on many foods or putrefy foods, accompanied with the development of a foul smell. Bacteria live and multiply in many foodstuffs. Very often, the type of food, atmosphere, temperature, and humidity of the kitchen provide ideal conditions for the multiplication of bacteria. Protein rich foods like meat, fish, and poultry, whether raw or cooked, are excellent media for bacterial growth, especially when these foods are stored without refrigeration. Third group of foodborne microorganisms is fungi. Fungi includes the lower plants and are usually multicellular, but the plant body is not differentiated into roots, stem, and leaves. They are mainly saprophytes and lack chlorophyll. Some may parasitic. They vary in size from the small microscopic yeast to mushrooms in the fields. All of them are widely distributed in nature. Fungi includes both yeast and molds. Yeast are unicellular and are found in soil and dust. Molds are multicellular. Their bodies are thread-like filamentous. Fourth group of foodborne microorganism is algae. Algae are both unicellular and multicellular organisms found naturally in water. They contain chlorophyll and are photosynthetic. Multicellular algae is of importance as a source of agar for microbiological media. Red and brown algae are used as a source of food, and blue-green algae are as fertilizers because they are rich in proteins. Arsenic acid and its salts are made from brown algae. This is used in ice creams to prevent ice crystal formation and to give a smooth texture. It is also used in cheese and frosting. Fifth group of foodborne microorganism is protozoa. Protozoans belong to the animal kingdom. They are unicellular, some are parasitic. Pathogenic varieties include Entamoeba histolytica, which causes amoebic dysentery, causing sleeping sickness, and Plasmodium, which causes malarial fever. Amoebiasis occurs when drinking water is contaminated by sewage or through salads and root vegetables grown on soil to which untreated excreta is applied as a fertilizer. Since the video is becoming too large, I am making the second part of this video. So in the next video I am going to talk on the characteristics of microorganisms and the applications of these microorganisms in food industry. In the case you find the video informative, please subscribe to my channel and share these videos with the students of food science and nutrition, and like and hit the bell notification.